Talking with pictures and making memories is universally appealing. The essence of conversation is not which media format we choose to talk to each other with, so we don't differentiate between snaps and chats. It's just someone wanting to talk to you. When we're in that kind of childish space, we're more genuine and feel more comfortable with our friends. Snapchat changed that perception of deleting something as bad. Online, typically you delete something if it's bad or if it's really embarrassing. Conforming happens so naturally that we can forget how powerful it is. But the thing that makes us human are those times we listen to the whispers of our soul and allow ourselves to be pulled in another direction. Creating a representation of yourself for the internet stopped making sense when we were all on phones and connected everywhere. I am a young, white, educated male. I got really lucky. And life isn't fair. I keep hearing about battery innovation, but it never makes it to my phone. I think diversity is a challenge everywhere. I think everyone is born creative, but it can be suppressed by fear. I'd like to create a space for people who have a lot of talent but not a lot of reach. It seems odd that at the beginning of the internet, everyone decided everything should stick around forever. It would be better for everyone if we deleted everything by default and saved the things that are important to us. It's important to be thoughtful and mindful about the things you say to other people. It's no surprise companies that quickly grow in value attract those who may want to also profit from the hard work of others. It's not about working harder, it's about working the system. More people are watching college football on Snapchat than they are on television. One of the things I'm trying to get better at is apologizing when I make mistakes. That's been a big priority of mine. People are going to copy your product if you build great stuff. Just because Yahoo has a search box doesn't make it Google. Snapchat changed that perception of deleting something as bad. Online, typically you delete something if it's bad or if it's really embarrassing. Someone will always have an opinion about you. Whatever you do won't ever be enough. So find something important to you. Find something that you love. Talking with pictures and making memories is universally appealing. The intent to preserve and capture something is very different from the urge to share, but they had become intertwined. The internet is a timeless void. You put something in there, and it's there forever and loses a lot of context. There is real value in sharing moments that don't live forever. We're kind of looking at a future where people acknowledge the hybridization of digital and analog, and appreciate and understand that they both affect each other. We've never been anti-permanence. We just believe deletion should be the default. Technology businesses in general are susceptible to hacking. That's why you have to work really hard with law enforcement, with security experts, internal and external groups, to make sure you're paying attention and addressing security concerns. I am a young, white, educated male. I got really lucky. And life isn't fair. I don't want to disrupt anything. We never conceive of our products as disruptive. We don't look at something and say, let's disrupt that. It's always about how we can evolve this and make this better. I think, with any new product that's difficult to understand, there are always lots of questions and criticism. I think we have all the right criticism. We're just going to keep executing on what we believe. I'm not a great manager, I try to be a great leader. And for me, that's been going through a process of not how to be a great CEO but how to be a great Evan, and that's really been the challenge. I just try really hard to be me, and sometimes that means I'm unfiltered. I try to give people myself because I think making a great product is being in touch with how you feel about things and being able to express things. I really hope I can stay in touch with how I feel about things and I'm able to express that. On not giving up before Snapchat, we would experiment and fail. We must have attempted nearly 34 projects. In times of despair, you may believe the cynic who tells you that one person cannot make difference, and there are times it may be hard to see your own impact. I beg you to remember that it is not possible at this time or any time to know the end results of our efforts. We do all sorts of silly things to avoid appearing different. Conforming happens so naturally that we can forget how powerful it is. We want to be accepted by our peers, we want to be a part of the group. It's in our biology. But the things that make us human are those times we listen to the whispers of our soul and allow ourselves to be pulled in another direction. There are very few people in the world who get to build a business like this. I think trading that for some short-term gain isn't very interesting. One of the saddest things that happens with creativity, I think sometimes it isn't expressed because of fear. Everyone is born very, very, very creative, but at some point it can be scary to try to do something new, that feels different. Don't feel bad if you sell out. Just don't stop there. Find something you aren't willing to sell. When we face uncertainty, we encourage everyone to press forward and believe in the values of the product. Snapchat really has to do with the way photographs have changed. Historically, photos have always been used to save really important memories, major life moments. But today, pictures are being used for talking. In the future, we'd like to support upcoming artists, people that are trying to be actors. One of the things I'm trying to get better at is apologizing when I make mistakes. That's been a big priority of mine. Cars bring me sheer joy. Somewhere along the way, when we were building social media products, we forgot the reason we like to communicate with our friends is because it's fun. I'd like to create a space for people who have a lot of talent but not a lot of reach. Typing and read receipts make a lot of sense for messaging. You write a letter, you put it in an envelope, you send it to a friend, and you want to know when they get it. It's like FedEx, they let you know when the package gets dropped off. The fun thing about Snapchat is really the surprise and the joy that comes from learning how to use it. There's this weird thing that happens when you contribute something to a static profile. You have to worry about how this new content fits in with your online persona that's supposed to be you. It's uncomfortable and unfortunate. The social marketing teams of big companies will always figure out a way to advertise on Snapchat. I'd like to create a space for people who have a lot of talent but not a lot of reach. Which quotation do you like the most? Don't forget to subscribe.